messed up part is that when we do this, like it's the sound is a little bit different. So like we're on beat on our end, but like they hear us and it's a little offbeat.
No.
So it sounds like we don't know.
We're musically gifted, I promise.
Yeah, very musically gifted. If Katie can stop coughing.
Oh, wrong pipe.
What is up, folks? What is up? What's going on? Is she main man JD in the building along with...
I'm Katie.
and she's coughing.
I swallowed the drink at the wrong time right before we started. Sorry.
Yes, I hope you guys are doing amazing like we are tonight, man. This is the big show. Second week of the big show. So I'm super excited about this. I know that my main man Steve was supposed to be on tonight, but he had a last minute change of plans. So I totally understand that. Hopefully we'll be able to get you on next week, bro. But I got the main co-host in the building. Katie Joe.
Oh, I didn't know you wanted me to say my name.
No, definitely. That's okay. That's okay.
Night ruined, Katie. What? I ruined your night.
Where'd you see that at?
Okay.
Where you see that at?
Right above where your mouse is.
Oh. Ella says, what's up? What's going on, Ella?
What's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
I don't believe I know Ella, but I think
yes,
Ella
Ella's
was here
been on a
last time.
bunch. Ella's been on a bunch.
Hi, Ella.
Like, yeah. Super awesome person. Super awesome person. Ella says, Katie.
Hi.
KR says, night ruined. Oh, man. Oh, man.
It's okay, KR. I'll just leave again for another like 4 months. No worries.
Right.
Love you too, man.
Ella says, big show. Yes, big show is on and popping tonight. And for KR, got one for you, sir.
What's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
Good to see you as always. What else we got here tonight? Steve in the building, like I said.
What's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
Steve
Hey,
says, nice
Steve.
hat. Yes. We got to get you some of these, man. We got to get you a few of these. Next time you guys come out here, which should be kind of relatively soon, got to get you some. So yes, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. And I hope you guys know that we are going to have a blast tonight. The first thing that we are going to do is talk about the Odyssey. We saw it today. If you have not done so already, please check out our spoiler-free out of the theater
Still
reaction to the Odyssey. We watched it today. So we're going to start our conversation off today with a spoiler-free discussion, and then we're going to jump into full spoilers. So we'll give you a chance and we'll let you guys know when we jump into the spoiler part of the discussion. And then after that, we are going to discuss the Batman Part 2. There was some news with the Batman Part 2 and it being delayed, and they also dropped a little bit of teaser footage from the Batman 2 starring Robert Pattinson.
Can I just say that man has been busy?
Oh my God, Robert Pattinson has been going crazy.
He is blowing up.
He is like one of the biggest people in Hollywood right now. That dude is.
I love seeing all the roles he's doing because, I mean, growing up, I only knew him from Harry Potter, and then obviously from Twilight, and then Batman. But he's just such a broad actor, and I had no idea he has many faces.
Yes, and he's played. One thing that I like about him is he's not afraid to play a villain. And
he's strangely good at it.
Yeah, he's good.
He can do the creepy face. He can do the he can make you uncomfortable.
Yep, 100%.
I was even uncomfortable today.
Yeah, a little bit.
The Odyssey of all things.
KR says an actor's actor. Yeah, definitely.
KR, I'm sorry. I still didn't get an apology after you said I ruined your night. I'm looking.
Ella says thanks and much love. Yes, much love, Ella. Angie says hello, Katie. So,
hi.
Angie, big shout out to you too.
What's up, buddy? Good
Welcome back.
Hi, friends.
KR gives a wave. Steve says, what's going on, Katie? So for everybody who's, I don't think I shouted out everybody, but for everybody who I haven't shouted out yet.
What's up, buddy? Good to see
you. You get a good what's up, buddy.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
I have not seen Mickey 17. Yeah, have not seen that. I heard it was good though. I heard it was really good. That's another Robert Pattinson flick. So
Who
yeah,
does
I'm
he
gonna have to check that.
portray?
Oh,
Is it like
don't know much about it
okay.
at all. I'm sure Ella could fill us in, but yeah, Steve says delayed until 2028. Yeah, man. That's the real sad part about the Batman Part 2, and we'll get into that. And there's some good things that are coming out about it too, so we want to make sure we carry those as well. What else do we have?
We have a new one.
Kara says, dang it, fine. Sorry, Katie.
You're forgiven. I will stay a little longer then. On my own accord.
Oh, that's
Though
cool.
I do forgive you.
That's cool. That's cool. Ella says it's odd, but loved it. Yeah, I might have to add that to the list if it's solid. So
yeah, I'll Google it.
yeah, we're gonna have to check that one out.
Check it out.
But yes, we're gonna jump into the Odyssey non-spoiler review. So like I said, please go and check out the first thing you need to do after this is over. If you want to see us fresh out the theater, please go check out our non-spoiler out of the theater reaction video today, which we posted immediately as soon as we got out of theater. Like, it's literally us walking out of theater. We'll probably be doing the same for Spider-Man when we go watch that in another week or so. So yeah, every time we go to the movies, we'll just do out of theater reaction since we go for a lot of the big movies. So
maybe next time we can do it inside so Katie can see during the video.
Maybe next time we'll just face away from the theater, or
we're
from
in
the sun,
sunniest
away from
spot.
the sun.
He's recording. I'm like this the whole time.
Eyes watering.
I know.
Surprised
I
you
couldn't
didn't
see.
start coughing then. Sun coughs.
I don't do sun coughs. I do sun sneezes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It's just as odd. Just as odd.
I'm not alone in the sun sneeze though.
Anyway,
That's a thing.
Anyway. All right. Let me switch my screen up. Turn this music off real quick. Oops, that's the wrong one. Let's jump into our review of the Odyssey. So, Katie and I went and checked out the Odyssey today, Christopher Nolan's masterpiece of a movie per reviews. And we're going to do like a little bit of a spoiler-free reaction to it, and then we're going to jump into spoilers. So, first off, personally, I thought the movie was solid. I don't think, like you can see on the screen right now, it says that it has an 89 Metascore, which is universally acclaimed on their rating. So I think that the movie was solid. If I had to give it, like I said, on our out of the theater reaction, if you want to check that out, please go to our channel and check out our out of the theater reaction. But if I had to give it a rating on our 1 through 5 scale, I would probably give it a solid 3.5 stars. 3.5 stars, because it was a good movie. I think the cinematography behind the movie was great. Like, it is an amazing looking film. We didn't see it in IMAX. I can only imagine how it looks in like 70 millimeter IMAX. Like, I bet it looks amazing.
The actors were spot on.
The actors were great. The performances
were
great.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yes.
It looked really great.
Yep. And it the epic sort of nature and tone of it was really, really, really good. Like, Christopher Nolan is an amazing director, and you can tell that he poured a lot of his time, effort, heart, and soul into this and making this movie look the way that it looks. So, like, I have no problems with that. The acting performances, like you said, Katie, exceptional. I have no problem with the way nobody came off flat. Nobody came off bad.
And the amount of amazing actors in this.
Yes, let's look
I just kept like seeing people pop in. I'm like, oh my God, I know them. I haven't seen them in forever.
Yeah, a little bit of the cast.
Yeah.
I think that there was a lot of controversy, since we're talking about the cast. There was a lot of controversy over the casting of Elliot Page as Sinon and Lupita Nyong'o as Helena Troy. So I think with the way the movie went and the way the story goes, those two actors fit the character's portrayal in that movie. Yeah. I think Lupita is a extremely beautiful woman.
Yes.
And getting a little I won't spoil it, but
they were perfect picks for those roles.
She was a great pick for that role. And then what eventually happened to her, I think she helped portray that very well.
Yeah.
With what ended up happening with her.
And Elliot too.
Elliot was great.
Yep, he was fantastic.
Like a standout, honestly. Yeah. Like a standout, acting wise, a standout.
Like somebody, I would have if I had a lineup of like, okay, pick one of these people out of 20 people to do this role, I would have also chosen Elliot.
Yeah. And like
Elliot's it was like fitting.
His stature like fits the character that he was playing. Like it
little personality, like
yes, it made sense. It made total sense. And then later on, well, I guess we can talk about this in spoilers, but like later on, there were scenes with Elliot that totally fit the way that Elliot acts and the Elliot size, and like it was just perfect. It worked. So I saw Christopher Nolan's vision in that, and anybody who has a problem with that casting, you're a bigot and you're a problem. So I don't understand.
And nobody asked you,
right? Like, I mean,
don't watch it then.
If you disagree with their capability as an actor, that's fine. But who they are as a person should not matter. Maybe Lupita
go ahead
Nyong'o,
and leave our channel.
Maybe Lupita Nyong'o isn't beautiful to you, but she's beautiful to other people.
Maybe you're not beautiful to people.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but we love you.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So I'm honestly happy that Christopher Nolan cast a brown-skinned woman in that role.
Yes.
So yes, a brown-skinned woman can be the most beautiful person on the planet. Someone that was that people fought wars over. And they didn't even hype that part of that up. They didn't hype that up at all. I thought Matt Damon's portrayal of Odysseus was great. As a solid like leading actor, like he was great. What more can you ask for?
He's always great. So he did what he does. I mean, he was fantastic.
Zendaya as Athena was great. Didn't have a ton of scenes,
smaller role,
but powerful in her scenes. Anne Hathaway was great. Tom Holland definitely a standout. I think Tom Holland didn't really have a ton to chew on in this, like not a super emotional role, like nothing like Matt Damon's Odysseus was able to portray.
Right. It was a lighter.
I wouldn't even say necessarily lighter.
No, I mean like just like
it wasn't.
His character was not like
as
strong and like powerful, and he wasn't like comedic like he is in Spider-Man. It was a role where he was there. He filled the shoes. He did what he was supposed to do, but he wasn't like somebody like you're like, oh my gosh, like they're hitting it in this. Right. Like he was just there. I don't know. Right. He did great.
Yeah, he did a great job. He did a great job.
Yeah.
Like I said, Anne Hathaway was great.
Yeah.
I thought that her performance, I don't think that it was like too over the top or anything like that. It was good. And I think that the if you're not really Odysseus in this story, it's hard to really shine. But one other person who shined through their role was Robert Pattinson.
Yes.
Like, I mean, just
he made me uncomfy.
Yes, a slimy character. And when you can make me sort of despise and dislike you in a movie, that means you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
And he did a great job. Like, I am increasingly impressed by Robert Pattinson and everything that he does. So I'm super behind him. Charlize Theron had a smaller role. John Bernthal, smaller role.
Ryan Hurst, I called out. You didn't recognize him. Remember the Titans. He was in that long time ago.
Amazing that you recognize him from that.
Yep. And then from Sons of Anarchy. He was also in that as well. And so he looks a little bit more like he did in Sons of Anarchy, which I think is why I remember him, but I also don't forget faces.
Yeah, no, you did great with that.
Yeah, his role was great.
Mia Goth, small role. Himesh did a great job as one of Odysseus's like first mates, I would say. He did great. Corey Hawkins did a great job of making you despise him as well.
John
Bernthal?
No.
Oh, John Leguizamo.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Another great.
I liked his character a lot.
And he acted the heck out of that character.
Like I feel like he and Robert, they were strong
standouts.
Yes,
standouts, definitely standouts. Benny Safdie, didn't see much of him as I'll move this up so you guys can see it. Benny Safdie as Agamemnon. Didn't see a ton of him like get an opportunity to act. Like they didn't even really show his face, which kind of sucked. But the Agamemnon armor and his presence was incredible. Like the second I saw his armor and his helmet,
he
I was like,
crazy.
Dude, I want to cosplay that. Like super nerdy, just like, oh my God, I want that helmet. That was like the first thing I said.
Yep.
Like I want that. And like, oh, it was great. It was great. So, and yeah, you can see some more of the cast on here too.
Why is Tom Hardy not on there?
Maybe it wasn't. I think that was this guy. It was Cosmo Jarvis, who we thought was Tom Hardy, but not Tom Hardy.
No.
And Nick was in this from House of Asher and Spartacus. I didn't recognize him in it either. But yeah, maybe that wasn't Tom Hardy. I think it was Cosmo Jarvis that we thought was Tom Hardy.
Or was it?
But yeah, like totally enjoyed the movie. I think that it was solid. Like I said, great cinematography. Not if I had to explain where I have a problem with it, I think the part that I have a problem with is the actual story. So like I got a problem with Homer. I don't have a problem with Christopher Nolan. I don't really have a problem with the screenwriters. One other person I should mention and we should talk about real quick is Travis Scott. I don't like Travis Scott, but I don't think that he had a major role in the movie. Like some people were up in arms about that and saying like, how do you cast a rapper to do this? But you kind of understood he was a bard. So like it made sense that you had a rapper in that role. If you were trying to modernize it a little bit, it made sense. So I got that. Like I said, not a Travis Scott fan, but did fine in the movie. Did a good job in the movie.
It was Logan Marshall Green.
Oh, that's who we were looking at?
Yeah, instead of Tom Hardy. He's at the bottom. It's the one the far left.
Okay.
But from his role, he totally looked like Tom Hardy, so my bad.
No,
also, Josh Stewart, I don't know if you talked on him, but I recognized him too in it, so he did great.
Yeah, I think the casting was great. I think the casting was great. Like I said, if I had a problem with it, it would be with Homer and the Odyssey. There were certain parts of it that didn't exactly make sense story-wise if you were trying to take the story seriously or at least semi-seriously. So, with all that being said, I would give it a solid 3.5 stars. I think Katie, you're probably right around the same range as I am. Okay. But yeah, that's what we thought of that. We're going to jump into spoiler territory now. So if you have not seen the movie and are afraid of being spoiled from this hundreds of year old book, please turn away now. But we are going to go into spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But before we go to spoilers, we got a new subscribers. And whenever we get subscribers on this channel, we like to dance it out and celebrate those subscribers. So for number 1,370, we're going to dance it out for you. And then when we get back, we'll jump into spoilers. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. If you have not done so already and you're watching right now, you might as well go ahead and be number 1371, baby. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us. Get those dance emojis up in the chat if you are watching at home or wherever you might be. Thank you so much for subscribing to Watch Stuff with Us. With us. Oh, Angie, that was you subbing? Oh, hold on. I got something for you, Angie.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Welcome to the family, Angie. Welcome so much to the family. Thanks for hanging in.
Because I realized your little square over there on that screen was covering my...
Oh, was it? Well, you get to dance it out again. Let's go again because we just got to 13. We just went up 1371, so we got to do it again.
Right. Yay!
1371. Can we get 1372? Thank you so much for subscribing to Watch Stuff with Us. And Angie, thank you so much for subscribing. And since you're a subscriber now, you might as well get those dance emojis up in the chat for me. Thank you so much for subscribing to Watch Stuff with Us. Also known as Watch Stuff with Us.
With us.
All one word.
Watch Stuff with Us.
Yes. So, spoiler territory for the Odyssey. So there were certain parts that didn't exactly land with me. Yes, just like Ella said, I saw Ella's comment on here. It says the Odyssey is a long and sometimes tedious story. Think seeing all the actors in epic scale is going to make it, I'm guessing, make it good. But yes, it was tedious at times. I thought the last like 45 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes was like epic. Like it got really good at that point. Like I was like, I leaned over to Katie at one point. I was like, oh, okay, here we go. Now we're going. And like, then it got really good.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, that was around the time that I was considering taking a nap. and like right when I started to put my head down, all of a sudden, like all the action, all the noise, like it got powerful. Everybody was like doing stuff. I was like, nope, not missing this. Now I'm in. So I did not sleep.
Yep. And then it got it got kind of loud then. The music got going. So it was good.
I was like, wait a minute, really I'm revived.
I'll talk more about the very end of the movie in a little bit, but some of the stuff, the way things went down didn't exactly make logical sense. And like I said, this is Homer to blame, so it's not like we're not blaming Christopher Nolan or whoever was the screenwriter on this.
Yeah,
we're not blaming them. They were pulling from the source material.
Yeah, for me, like we did this obviously as for English class, literature class in school, in high school growing up. So it was like a required thing to learn about Homer and the Odyssey and the Iliad and and so I feel like we got like little pieces of it then. And obviously they had to expand upon each of the sections of the story to make this a longer movie. And somewhere between the book and the movie for me, there was a lot of frog. There were a lot of spots where I was like, well, like the way that this was set up, like that was a dumb idea or that.
Give an example. Let's talk about Cyclops.
Okay, Cyclops is where it all started, I feel. So so Cyclops comes in, he's an interesting looking guy there. I was not expecting that look. It was kind of hard.
The sideways eyebrow got me.
No, and the sideways eyeball, like it was hard to look at. But so like there's a scene, they're in the cave. They don't realize it's his cave. He comes in, all the sheep are in there too. He closes this giant boulder and closes the cave, and they're all trapped. So they're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get out? He gets hungry. You can imagine that. So then the next day, he wakes up and Cyclops, he's going to open the cave door, the rock again, going to move it. So you'd think that they would just follow him out quietly along with the sheep who are following him. You would think that they'd all just like quietly sneak out. But no, they decide to try to run past him, making all this noise and movement that gets his attention, which then gets more of them eaten, which then gets them trapped in the cave for another day. And then that day, they're like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? So you'd think that then the following morning, they'd try to do the same thing, but maybe be quieter to get out of the cave. Nope, we're just going to like poke the bear and pick on Cyclops now instead. So I just feel like they could have saved so many men. They could have saved like so much exhaustion and resources and everything if they had just been quiet and walked out of the cave following him. But they had to go make a big deal about everything and had to make a scene and lost more people to his belly.
And then also you had Odysseus at the very end after they had gotten out. Odysseus decides to shoot an arrow back at the giant back at the Cyclops
when they're all making their escape and hadn't been noticed.
Like, dude, just leave it alone. Just go.
Antagonizing him again, which then he starts following them into the ocean.
Odysseus fell victim to being a human because the Cyclops antagonized him first by throwing out the half-eaten helmet. So then Odysseus said, "Oh, forget this. Like I'm not."
Yeah, but you have like 100 men with you. Yes. Like, you should at least get on the boat first, and then if you want to run back off the boat, go get him in the eye and hop on the boat, that's fine. But none of your men were prepped for this. Right. So then you're all running, and this Cyclops guy takes 2 steps to get from his cave to the ocean, and obviously can go through the ocean easily. So it's just, come on.
Yeah, that wasn't.
You got to be smarter than a Cyclops. It's not hard. It's really not hard.
And then, of course, in the story, that ended up setting up so many different parts because the Cyclops was supposedly the son of Poseidon, and that ended up causing
make Poseidon upset.
Mad, and yes, so yeah, it was that part didn't make as much sense. Let's also talk about Sinan and not knowing that Odysseus and his crew was inside of the Trojan horse. So they are on the beach for 10 years. They're on the beach in Troy for 10 years. They come up with the idea at some point to build this horse that they can say is a gift to Helen of Troy. Mm-hmm. So they start building this horse. Let's just imagine that the horse takes a month to build. Let's just say that. Mind you, they're 10 years that they're on this beach. No one from Troy has come to realize that these folks are on this beach for 10 years, for this decade.
Apparently none of Troy have gone to their own beach for 10 years.
Elliot Page's character has been tasked with letting the eventual people from Troy who discover them know that, like, hey, this is a gift. It's okay. This is a gift, from our folks. We surrendered.
Gigantic horse. Yes, here you go.
This horse is a gift.
It's like, oh,
so
thanks.
I don't quite understand how Sinan didn't know that they had people in there, because like he was completely clueless that they were using that as a quote unquote Trojan horse.
Yeah. Okay. So like, where did he go? Did like hundreds of men decide to be super quiet in the night while this one guy's sleeping and all of them sneak into the horse? Right. Or did he walk like miles away to use the bathroom?
He had to go poop.
Like, yes, where in the world was he for him to not realize that all the men were in the horse? So then like he is just standing on the beach by the horse waiting for his people to come back. And then that's when everybody else from town shows up and they're like, hey, and he's like, hey, I got this horse for you.
Yeah, I got this.
And also, I don't know where the people are, but I'm not going to mention that.
They had to go scrounge up a few hundred people to drag this horse in.
Okay, and this horse, so when I learned about this in school, the horse was like, it was a wooden horse.
Yes.
So you would think it'd look like you're using like little wooden kids blocks, like yes, rectangle head, very rectangle blocky torso, rectangle legs. No. So they built this with the supplies that they had and with ship parts and things. Somehow this thing is like super smooth, like looks like it's got like some metal parts to it.
That's
like,
it. That's what
like you're telling me back then they did this without any welding supplies.
Yep, they just did this all from scrap boat pieces.
None of them are gods, so.
But I mean, okay, I get that we're supposed to suspend our disbelief to some degree, but if we're talking about things that we don't like about the movie, this is what we don't like. Now, this picture right here, this is more of what I think. Yes.
Yeah.
That was from the movie Troy.
Yeah.
So like, I understand, like that looks like that's pieces of a boat. Right. The one on the other side from the Odyssey was welded, and they had like, class 4 welders out there working on this thing for 3.5 years, apparently. And then they brought it in and like, yeah. So that was just odd to me. That was odd to me.
People believed in Temu Harry Potter stories back then. Yeah. Right?
Oh man. So yeah. What other
okay, KR mentioned the dog.
Like? Oh yeah, I felt horrible for the dog. We'll talk about the chat in a second.
Okay.
But what else in the spoiler room? Okay, so you had Helen of Troy. I kind of understand, and this is kind of like the conspiracy theorist in me, which is this isn't going to be a popular take, but they had a black woman play Helen of Troy. I kind of, in the back of my head, this isn't like, I don't really believe this, but in the back of my head, I'm thinking like, they didn't want to make a white woman look disfigured the way that they did. So they had a black woman cast instead. That's the conspiracy theorist in me. That's like 2% of what I believe. What I actually think, and what the other 98% thinks, is that they just cast an exceptionally beautiful woman who was also able to portray the disfigured form of Helen of Troy after she had been let's just say hurt by Odysseus and the rest of their crew.
Yeah. So. I Yeah, I think it was all good intentions for why she was chosen.
Yeah, that, like I said, that's just conspiracy theorists.
No, I know. That's fine. We all have those.
But yeah, it's always fun to talk about stuff like that.
The sirens, okay. You
Yeah.
always have one person who's just a moron in your group. Like, it's just going to happen. You get enough people together, there's got to be somebody that's a moron.
Explain.
Okay, well, sirens, I'm sure everybody watching this kind of knows what the sirens are, but they are women who sing songs, and like you listen to the song and it kind of gets in your head and it convinces you. It talks about good things and then it talks about bad things you didn't accomplish, and it pretty much just messes with your emotions completely, and you can't stop listening. And their goal is to draw in their listeners, the sirens. So they want to sing a song and they want to capture you. So everybody on the boat knew this was going on. Everybody put wax in their ears and was prepared. Well, almost everybody. I'm not going to spoil everything. But then there was just one guy on the boat, though. One guy who decided he's going to take his wax out of his ears towards the end of their ride when they're almost past the sirens, and then be like, oh my gosh, I love this, I need to go, and jumps overboard and swims to the sirens. Like, you always just have one person that's like, all right.
One goofy.
Like, you're not a loss because obviously your brain cells are not there. So it's okay. You go.
Yeah. Yep. I thought that some of the stuff at the end of the movie was rather convenient. Of course, with the way that they were able to get weapons and attempting to, I thought Penelope's plan to figure out who her suitor would be was a great idea, because that the bow that they used was basically only a bow that Odysseus was able to string. So by doing that, if someone sort of showed that they were worthy, they would be able to string that bow and then they would win her. So and I don't know if a lot of people know this, but that's one of the inspirations for Thor and his hammer and being worthy. It came from Homer and the Odyssey. So but yeah, I thought that was a cool part of it.
We also have the giants.
Oh yeah,
the giants and the lack of communication.
Yep.
With everybody, there was zero communication. You'd think if you go to discover a new place, you'd at least want to like talk and be like, hey, I'm here because... Nope, it's just instant battle. I see you. We're just going to battle. And their armor, though, was amazing.
Yes. And there were so many different shots in the movie. Like, I would love for somebody to make sort of like a comedic cut of them running to their boat multiple times, because they just kept doing stuff and having to run to the boat. Like, it was so funny. It's like, oh, let's go here. Oh, we messed up. Let's run to the boat. Oh, now we're going to go to this place. Oh, we messed up. Let's run to the boat. Like, it's so funny that kept happening.
Oh, and then what was the big thing that was coming off the cliffs when they were going through the strait?
Yeah, whatever that. Yeah, it was like some kind of tentacle monster or something.
Yeah.
But yeah. It was getting back into the spoilers, and the ending, like I said, the ending was really, really good. I thought that the whole scene with them trying to determine their worthiness was great. Them trying to take down all the suitors trying to take down Odysseus was great. And they of course were unsuccessful.
The father-son reunion was cute.
That was great. The actual fighting scene during that part was really good. It was pretty brutal too. Like Odysseus at certain points only had an arrow, so he was like stabbing people with the arrow. Like it was pretty brutal. And then seeing Robert Pattinson's Antinous character being very like slimy and like he had someone who was helping him and who was giving weapons to the rest of the crew. So like some swords would drop from the ceiling. He'd be like, oh, go get the swords. And then some spears would drop. Oh, there's spears. Go get the spears. Here comes some shields. Oh, now there's some shields. Go use the shields. Like it was kind of goofy and funny, but just seeing him sort of sit back and not be a part of the fight was great. Yep. His death scene was great. It was very deserved. The way that Odysseus talked to him right before he died and said how he was going to go see Hades was awesome. So like that was
tell him
really
I
cool.
say hey.
There's a scene like the whole movie made sense, and I don't remember this from the story because I barely remember any of the story from high school, but the whole movie made sense when you understood, because the whole way through they explained how Odysseus didn't want to go home. So like that's why when the sirens were singing to him, he was crying so hard because they were telling him that we know that you don't want to go home. And the reason that he didn't want to go home was because he felt like he let the gods down and betrayed the gods by all the horrible war crimes they committed when they made it to Troy. And like that scene, like they showed the beginning of the scene with them coming through the gates early in the movie, and then they sort of cut it off and they go into other stuff. But then at the very end, they show them coming through the gates. They show them pillaging, killing, innocents, like all of that stuff. And you see like Odysseus looking like distraught as it happens, and like seeing the whole this whole civilization pretty much being destroyed, and he started to regret it. So like that's when I looked over at Kay. I was like, oh, now I get it. Like, oh, now this is good. Like, okay, now I understand. And like just the music at that point in time, like the music had finally like swelled to a point where it was like really going. And I was like, oh yeah, this is it. This is it. And like they did the whole, I was telling Katie the whole time, like Christopher Nolan has these trademark cinematography things. So like one of his big things is like the behind the back shot, sort of a wide shot with just your main character in the center and they're walking. Like you've seen it a ton in Batman, you've seen it in Tenet, you've seen it in what's the other movie with Leo DiCaprio, in Inception, you saw it a lot in that. But yeah, it's just like that one shot, and it's sort of like a menacing shot, like you saw they did it in Batman with like the Joker. They showed him walking like that. You saw it with Bane, you saw it with Batman. Like it's just trademark shot. But they did it with Odysseus walking through the city, and you just see other people around him fighting. You see the fire everywhere, you see the destruction, and it just got, it hit you.
It's like finally at that part you understand Odysseus and why he was doing and feeling the way he was. But I feel like until that point you didn't really know what was going on internally for him.
Yeah. But,
he just seemed like he just kept pushing his men to go do this and that and stuff. And
yeah. And then the were you gonna say something else?
I was just gonna say we forgot to talk about Cersei.
Oh, go ahead. Cersei.
Cersei.
Yes.
Cersei. She's. Any hoozles. Her and the pigs. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That was disturbing, and I actually was like,
yeah, you kind of looked away at that point.
I had to look away for a minute because it was
basically what they were doing. They had lured some people. Cersei had lured some people into her home. She was feeding them because they were starving, and while they were being gluttonous pigs, she started turning them into pigs. So like molding their faces.
They couldn't stop eating.
Right.
What they were eating had the power to not let them stop eating. So these men are slowly just like trying to stop eating, and they can't.
Right.
And then she's grabbing their faces, and like it's
like clay.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like putty. Like she's forming them, and it's just they did great with, I feel like, the special effects for that. Like, but it was like their eye. I don't know it.
Yeah,
that part was a little wonky for me.
It was a little rough.
Made me feel a little.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, to sort of summarize all of this, I feel as though the movie didn't really get going and moving until the very last 45 minutes, and then
it's not a short movie.
Yeah, then it started going, and I really enjoyed it at that point in time.
Yeah.
But overall, 3.5 stars. That's pretty much what we think. What do you guys think? Please let us know in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop those comments, and just know that Watch So Us will be in the mix in 2026 all of the time. So I appreciate you guys for checking this out. Hit that like button and subscribe button. We'll see you when we see you. Peace
And love.
Yes, so let's jump into these comments. Let's see. Angie said, James, I'm Jeremy, also known as JD. James was from the other episode. You might have got that mixed up, but
it's okay. They're both Jay.
Can my puppy? Why can't I read or talk today?
James, Jeremy, can my poodle puppy Bentley be part of the channel too?
Of course. Katie is a pet sitter, so like we love pets here. We have 6 of them.
Job.
So like it is like. Yeah, we love animals. Please, please, yes. definitely can be part of the family.
And feel free to send us a picture of Bentley.
Yes. Follow us on Instagram.
Yep.
You can send us pictures and stuff on there too.
Yep.
Poor dog, I assume. Yes. The dog was a sad part too. Like the dog lived all those years and just hung around long enough for Odysseus to return. And then like once he returned, he pet him a few times and he just passed away. Like I thought that was really poetic that like the dog stayed alive that long just for its owner.
I love the dog.
Yeah, it was very cute.
Also, in the very beginning, did they throw a puppy off a cliff?
They sure did.
I thought so.
Sure did. KR says heroes not equal smart. Yeah. Odysseus definitely wasn't smart at certain points in this movie. Definitely was not smart. Ella says the whole story is a series of stupid choices. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Like a lot of dumb and very not smart choices. KR says people believed in Timu Harry Potter stories back then. Yes, of course. Ella says, come on, Cyclops is so real. Yeah, that Cyclops was looking crazy. Like the sideways eyebrow was what got me.
I don't want to spoil it, so we're not gonna show any pictures because that was it's a look.
Yeah, it was definitely a look. It was the Stephen King of ancient Greece. Yeah. KR says, wait, are the sirens negging him? Yeah, pretty much. Like they weren't just saying good things, they were saying things to make him feel guilty.
Like you didn't accomplish this, you're never gonna do this right.
You let all your men down.
Yep, your family feels this way, like all the things. So
right.
Yeah.
Right.
You copying me?
Yes. Steve said Inception. Yep, I was trying to think of Inception at the time. Does the movie have any bombs like Inception? No, not really. The soundtrack was done by Ludwig Göransson, who's the same guy he's won multiple Academy Awards at this point. He also did Black Panther and Wakanda Forever. He did any movie that Ryan Coogler has done, Ludwig Göransson has done the soundtrack for it. They were college roommates. So like that's crazy when you think about it.
What a fantastic duo,
right?
I'd love to hear if there's any funny stories between them.
Oh my
back
god,
then.
man! Just so much talent, and these dudes they're continuing to conquer the world together. So I think that's super dope. And Tenet, yep, they did it in Tenet too. Ella says, hold on. Am I going to have to check Does the Dog Die website to watch it? There's a website that's called Does the Dog Die?
You probably need to check that one.
Let's see.
Okay, also there's a new movie coming out with Brad Pitt and a dog, and it looks fantastic. Jeremy probably will not be watching it because he doesn't like things like that.
Wow.
Oh, there is.
There really is a site called Does the Dog Die? Like I love animals a lot, and I hate to see animals like be unalived. And I hate to see animals go through a lot of stuff. And like, I just can't, I don't watch movies like that. I just refuse to. And I just care about them too much. So I don't watch stuff like that. So it's really funny that,
there was a dog in Hail Mary.
I don't think so.
Are these all examples of what?
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's a cat in Obsession.
Yeah. Maybe it's just more like animals in general for this.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm glad you put me on that because there's certain ones that I don't want to see if there are pets that get hurt. Like I don't like seeing that at all. Not one bit at all. Ella says, do you think it will be up for awards? Yes.
Yeah.
I could see Matt Damon being up for an award in this. Like I said, Elliot Page's performance was really strong. There was somebody else. Robert Pattinson for sure was very strong. What were we saying? We said something about an Oscar today, and somebody should be up for an Oscar for this movie. I don't remember what it was. I'm sure Christopher Nolan will end up being nominated for, some of the director sort of awards and stuff too. But yeah, it was great. It was great. Yep, check it every time there's a dog. Have to. Yeah, I don't blame you. Like now that I know this exists, I'm definitely going to be looking at this too. KR says we'll be back to back with Oppenheimer. Yeah, I really enjoyed Oppenheimer too. Like that was a really good movie.
It
really
was.
good. I liked Oppenheimer more than I liked the Odyssey, just to say.
I did too.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
I think
pretty much.
I still would say watch the Odyssey. It's still really great, and it's at least a good one-time watch, if no more than that. So
I agree.
I liked it.
I agree.
I liked it to a point.
Guess what else?
What?
You gotta go.
I gotta go to work now.
I will see you, baby. I love you, and
I
thanks
see
for
you
hanging out.
when I see you.
Yes, I'll see you when I see you. Peace and love.
Aw, yeah.
I will see you when you get back.
Alrighty.
Be safe.
Okay.
And I will take over from here.
Okay. Love you all. I'm glad to see you today. I know it's been a while, so hi.
Glad to have you on.
Thanks for hanging out, and don't leave on my account. You stay here with this number one guy.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Love you.
Love you too. I'll see you soon.
Okay.
I'm
gonna give you Brody. He will be my filler.
Okay. Put this on the floor, and then he'll go over there and lay on it.
Oh, okay.
Move the chair over first, and then the seat and the pad right next to me.
Oh, okay.
And then he'll go over to that.
Oh, he has a whole setup.
Yep. And this way.
Buddy, say hi. Buddy, say hi.
That's Brody guy.
Buddy,
But yes. Ella says, Katie, happy Friday.
Oh, thank you, Ella. It's nice to meet you.
Right. And Steve says bye. And KR says good night.
Bye.
And Ella, happy Friday. Yes. So.
Bye, baby.
Bye. Love you.
Oh. Love you too.
All right. Let me readjust real quick. Move that over there. Okay. All right. Now it's the JD show. So the JD Big Show. Now I got space. Okay. Let's get into some good stuff now. All right. What is up next? Let me get my stuff out real quick. Sorry, producing on the fly. And we'll do the Batman part 2 now. So let me switch my screen up real quick. Let me turn this music off. All right. So, yes, the Batman Part 2. We are going to be discussing all the interesting news that has come out from the Batman Part 2. Most of which is an announcement of a delay in the movie, but they also released some sort of the first footage that has been shot of the Batman Part 2. So, I don't know what you guys think, so get your comments going. Are you excited about this movie? Are you hyped about it? Personally, I'm pretty excited about it. The first movie was really good. I enjoyed it. I felt like Pattinson did a great job as Batman. I have difficulty trying to figure out how it would fit into James Gunn's DCU. But I think that Matt Reeves and his Batman is staying separate at this point, and I understand that that they're going to keep it that way. And especially with James Gunn looking very tenuous at best for being a part of this cinematic universe going forward, I think it's pretty smart for Matt Reeves to sort of keep his distance at this point. So yeah, I am very excited for that movie. I can't wait to see more. But let me pull up on here some of the info, and then we can start talking about that stuff. All right, this is from Variety. The Batman delayed again to February of 2028. Matt Reeves drops first camera test footage of Robert Pattinson's return. Matt Reeves, the Batman Part 2 is being delayed once again and will now open in theaters February 18th, 2028. Ugh, so long from now, so long. That release date is nearly 6 years after the March 22 opening of the Batman. See, this is where I have a problem with a lot of movies these days and the delays with movies, man. Like the 6 years between installments of a movie is way too long. Like I think 3 years max at this point, and I know that that's probably an aggressive schedule for a lot of movies when they're trying to make them, but 6 years, I mean, people forget, man. People forget. Like us nerds and the people who watch channels like I have, like we always remember. We love stuff like this. So we get it. But everybody else, the general public, man, I don't know how much they're going to be interested in seeing this. But I guess maybe once Batman comes out, and you see that first trailer, everybody's going to be right back on board. And we'll start talking about this other little bit of news from there. It says joining Pattinson in a long-delayed sequel are Scarlett Johansson and Sebastian Stan, plus Game of Thrones actor Charles Dance, Brian Tyree Henry, and Sebastian Koch. So, Scarlett Johansson, rumor has it, and they haven't confirmed this yet, but she is going to be playing Poison Ivy. So, from what I understand and what I've read, she is going to be some sort of scientist who is going to derive chemical agents from plants, and that's how she's going to become the villain Poison Ivy. So a more grounded take on it. And I was wondering how they were going to do that. Like, of course, she's not going to have the ability to control plants and stuff like she did in, you know, some of the more cartoony versions or the early 90s versions of Batman. But I think that it'll be solid. I also like that they are sort of leaning into her beauty. They're not sort of shying away from that. I hope they lean into it in the movie. I hope she looks attractive. I think that's something that is sort of lacking in movies these days a lot of times, especially when it comes to superhero movies. It seems like they're trying to cover everybody up, male and female. I think that's part of the appeal to it. Like, look at the comments, man. There are a lot of people who are pretty scantily clad, and honestly, that gets the kids going. And it gets the adults like me going too. So I would be very excited for her being cast in that role. Also, Sebastian Stan, I believe, is playing Two-Face from what I understand. One Mr. Harvey Dent. I think that's solid too. If you can do a little bit of extrapolation from that, if he is going to be moving into this cinematic universe, we may be seeing the demise of one Mr. Winter Soldier in the upcoming Avengers Doomsday. So we definitely know that if he ends up leaving that franchise, that he does have another franchise on the horizon where he can play a villain who will hopefully be around for a while. So that's interesting about that. And then one other topic concerning this is, oh, I had a question. For everyone in the chat. And before I jump into the question, one more thing. Do you guys like Matt Reeves' direction as a director of the Batman movies? The first one, like I said, was really good. I love the more grounded take. It's not quite as grounded. Well, it's probably almost equally grounded as the Dark Knight trilogy from Christopher Nolan. So I like the more grounded takes. It would be interesting to try to see how that sort of grounded take would fit in with what James Gunn is doing in the DCU, but I don't think that's going to happen. And one sort of conspiracy theory that I have with the movie being delayed to 2028, I don't think that James Gunn is going to be around at that point in time. So maybe them delaying the movie is because they are going to use the Batman 2 as a way to sort of branch off and jumpstart a new DCU with Matt Reeves being at the helm. I would be 100% behind that. I think that would be really cool. And that is pretty much the news and the breakdown from the Batman 2. If you guys have information on it or something that I missed, please let me know in the comments below. Do you like Matt Reeves' direction as the director of the Batman? Do you like Robert Pattinson's Batman? Who is your favorite Batman actor? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop those comments, and just know that Watch Stuff with Us will be in the mix in 2026. My name is JD, and I will see you when I see you. Peace and love. All right, so Matt Reeves, all the news from the Batman Part 2. Matt Reeves delaying the movie till 2028. Robert Pattinson doing a little bit of test footage being released. Scarlett Johansson potentially being cast as Poison Ivy. Sebastian Stan potentially being cast as Harvey Dent. What do you guys think? Do you like those castings or do you not like them? Me personally, Scarlett Johansson, down for 100%. Love her. Think she'll be a great Poison Ivy. Sebastian Stan as Harvey Dent, I'm down with that too. I don't have any sort of strong opinion on Robert Pattinson. I thought he did a good job. I don't think that he did an exceptional job. I would love to see more of him have an ability to show his acting chops. So hopefully we get more of that. I wonder if we're going to get our same Catwoman returning in this upcoming movie. So that'll be interesting as well. But yeah, that's what I think about the Batman Part 2. Of course, we always talk about these things on Watch Stuff With Us. Hit that subscribe button, man, and you get all the nerdy news that you can handle. All right. Let me jump into these comments. So if you guys haven't figured it out, when I do the big show, I use these clips and then I re-upload them as individual videos later. So if you see me not addressing you guys, that's why. I don't want to sort of like crowd the video with comments and stuff at the time, but I will jump into the comments after I'm done. So like this time I did the clip, then I did a short, and now we can jump into the comments. So yeah, I want to know who you guys think, who's your favorite Batman? First off, who's your favorite Batman? That's what I want to know. KR says more Pattinson sounds good. Yeah, I think he's solid. Like I said, I want to see a little bit more out of him. Woo, thirsty. Yeah, I want to see a little bit more out of him. I want to see more of like, I think we got a chance to learn a lot more personally about the Christian Bale version of Batman. And I think that made me like that character more. KR says Bale. Yeah, I completely agree with you, man. I think that Christian Bale is definitely my favorite Batman. And he says, but that's because of Nolan too. Yeah, I thought that those movies were amazing. I love that Christopher Nolan is this crazy, sophisticated filmmaker. He decided to take on a comic book movie and gave us the best series of comic book movies that we could ever have imagined. So yeah, I think Bale is my favorite Batman too. I have a soft place in my heart for the Michael Keaton Batman and the tone of those movies. I thought that was a fun tone. It was a more comedic take. And more of a true to the comic book take of Batman. So yeah, I was cool with that too. I didn't like what's his name? Who was in the Batman Returns? What was his name? Can't think of his name. Great actor in his own right, but can't think of his name right now, and I don't want to Google it. I know one of you guys will let me know. But he was probably my least favorite Batman at this point in time. Okay. Steve says, Steve has a whole ranking. Awesome. Let me pull that up on the screen, man. I want everybody to be able to see this. Okay. Steve says, yeah, KR says Ocean 11, dude. Yes. Steve has his ranking. So number 1, Kevin Conroy. Of course, Kevin Conroy is, yeah, probably the definitive Batman. And, you know, with him just being a voice actor, and I don't mean that in a you know, disrespectful sense, but a lot of people don't give him the props that he deserves. But yeah, amazing actor. 2, Michael Keaton. Okay. 3, Christian Bale. 4, Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck's version of Batman was solid, sort of empty and hollow as well. I think, like I said, I just think there's more you can do with the writing when it comes to somebody like that. Like I don't think that Ben Affleck is a bad actor. I just think that he wasn't given the great acting chops to do well in that movie. In those movies, I should say. 5, Pattinson. 6, Val Kilmer, rest in peace. Yes, Val Kilmer, rest in peace, man. Adam West, rest in peace. Yeah, Adam West version, man. I still remember when I was younger watching on channel, and Steve will know this, channel 50 back in Chicago, man. Watching channel 50 and seeing the reruns of the old Batman show, TV show back in the day, man. Like I can remember days being at my great grandma's house and being home from school for whatever reason, or maybe in the summer, or, you know, being sick or faking sick and being at home and hanging out with her And watching all those old shows like Brady Bunch and Three's Company, like they had all of those shows that would come on Channel 50 in Chicago, and including that show. Yeah, WPWR. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, definitely love that version of Batman. And like I said, it was a more comedic take, so to speak. But yeah, it was probably the first Batman that I was ever really introduced to, and then eventually got into the comics and started reading those as well. Yeah, and from what I understand too, they're supposedly adapting some of the what is the not the Long Halloween, but the Court of Owls for this upcoming the Batman Part 2. So that'll be super dope. Like that's one of the best Batman comic book stories that exists. So I'm excited for that as well. Steve says Bale was the best Bruce Wayne. Yes, agreed. Like, yeah, you saw that version of Bruce Wayne. Like, I feel like I know that version of Bruce Wayne, and that's a total. You nailed it with that. Nailed it. KR says bad scripts, direction was all right, and you're talking about yeah, some of the other ones. For Ben Affleck, I'm betting. Yeah, script was just didn't give him enough, man. Just didn't give him enough. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about the Batman Part 2. Pretty excited about it. So let's jump now and change to our final topic of the day for the big show. Let's see. KR says Ben, yeah, yep. Like I said, let's jump into the last topic for today's episode of the big show, and that will be Avengers Doomsday. So if you guys got any news or information, drop it in the chat right now and we can talk about that too. Doing a lot of talking, man. But Avengers Doomsday. Actually, let's look at this real quick. I pulled up some stuff with on X about the Batman Part 2 when Matt Reeves released his little insignia right here, saying that they were even though they were delaying it, just letting people know that it's coming. Matt Reeves, the GOAT. You are for this. Thank you. We're getting GTA 6 before the Batman 2. Yeah, I'm excited for GTA 6, even though I played like maybe 45 minutes of GTA 5. I really need to actually play GTA 5. 21828. I love this meme of this dude, man, doing all these things that are like showing how distraught he is about stuff, but with a smile on his face. I love it. Yeah, 21828 is a little rough. Yeah, I think that picture right there summarizes everything. Pretty much summarizes everything, unfortunately. All right, let's jump into our Avengers Doomsday conversation. Oh, you took November 20th off, bro? Oh, no. You're going to have to change it now. Change it to February 18th. All right. Third topic for today's episode of The Big Show. Avengers Doomsday news. And also a little bit of Secret Wars news as well. So, mostly Secret Wars, mostly casting stuff after Avengers Doomsday, and for the upcoming Mutant Saga. So the big news this week was Adam Driver. Originally, the rumor had it that he was being cast as Magneto, which I was 100% down for. I was cool with that. I thought that he would be a great Magneto. Just somebody with the acting chops of an Adam Driver could pull off that sort of character very well. I don't really think that there's any character on the villain side that he wouldn't be able to portray. I think on the hero side, it might be difficult to portray some people. Like, he's not a Cyclops to me, but on the villain side, he can fit so many different villains. And I think that he would do a great job as either of those guys. And then the other one that after that one sort of got knocked down a little bit and people said that that was not correct or true, the rumors started circulating that he was going to be playing Mr. Sinister. Now, Mr. Sinister is someone I could really, really, really get behind Adam Driver playing. Like the height, the sort of thinness, like that I could really see him doing that. And I think that he would do a great job being Mr. Sinister. Um and that ended up getting debunked as well. And it turned out that he's going to be playing, or at least the most current rumor is that he's going to be playing one Mr. William Stryker, who is behind the push to build Sentinels and also to destroy all mutants. So I thought that was interesting. Especially how the news initially started off with him playing two different characters, and then it finally circled back to him playing this third character. So I hope that he is being cast because he's a great actor, and if he's being cast in the movie, as far as rankings go, if he could be Mr. Sinister, I'd be down for that at the top. Magneto, a close second, and then William Stryker, I could see him doing that too. I don't think you necessarily need someone with those type of acting chops to be William Stryker unless you're planning on giving Stryker a huge role. We've seen sort of how William Stryker has been portrayed in many of the X-Men movies of the past. So I don't really like them going down that road again. That's why I was really excited about them looking to cast a Mr. Sinister, because we have not seen him in live action yet. So I think that would be cool. We got a little bit of they alluded to him in one of the Wolverine movies, that he was sort of in the background pulling the strings, but we didn't actually get to see someone actually physically act as Mr. Sinister. So I was really excited about that. Really down to see Adam Driver play Mr. Sinister, but looks like he's going to be William Stryker. That could work too, but that means we're going to have a whole lot of William Stryker in these upcoming movies. So I hope they don't give. I don't know what they can do different with that character that we haven't already seen. So after that, there's also been other rumors. So the other rumors is that Bill Skarsgård is in the mix to play Xavier. So Bill Skarsgård, also known as the most famous character that he's played in movies has been Pennywise. Movies and TV is Pennywise. So him being Professor X would be interesting. I could probably see him playing Mr. Sinister even more, only because he has sort of a unique and striking face. I was going to say odd, but that's kind of rude. So a unique face. Let's just leave it at that. And I could see him pulling off a Mr. Sinister well, especially Sinister has sort of that sly smile. I could really see him pulling that off well. Him as Professor Xavier would be interesting too. I don't know. I feel like having someone with Bill Skarsgård's acting chops and physical acting chops would be sort of wasted on Xavier, because Xavier does so much through being like stoic, and I feel like you're going to be wasting a lot of Bill Skarsgård potential by having him play someone who's so stoic. I think the other person that I had heard that was going to be potentially playing Xavier was Patrick Wilson. I could much more see Patrick Wilson playing him. Another great actor, but he could definitely pull off the stoic ability a little bit more than Bill Skarsgård. I think that if you cast Skarsgård in that role, you really need to give him, and I hate to say it, he's almost being typecast now as a villain all the time, but that's because of his physical acting ability and that height. Like, if you want a Mr. Sinister, I think he's even better than Adam Driver for being Mr. Sinister. So that would be a cool casting too. So let's look at let's see if anyone's done any sort of pictures of Bill Skarsgård as Professor X. See if anybody's done any mock-ups. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? What do you guys think, chat? I don't know. See, I just think that's a waste to me. Like that's the face that he has all the time. Like the stoic, the like, closing his eyes, concentrating. That's what Professor X does. And I feel like you're wasting Bill Skarsgård ability by having him do that. That's why he's so good at Pennywise. Like he plays that character to perfection partially because of his face, that huge smile that Pennywise has. Like that is, that's 100%, 100%, 100% something that Bill Skarsgård has made iconic now, and that's something that he pulls off, actually physically doing it. So let's look at Patrick Wilson as Professor X. Now, this I can really get behind. I think that he would be able to pull off the stoicness. He has that sort of handsome face. I could really see him doing that. He's slightly older, which I think is where we need to have our Professor X. He doesn't need to be pretty young at this point. I think he needs to be like late 40s, early 50s sort of actor. And I think Patrick Wilson would be able to pull that off really well. Really well. Like he looks more like Professor X to me. And then the other person, let me close some of my tabs real quick. The other person that they were saying in this article that could potentially be in the mix is Cooper Hoffman for the role of Cyclops. So let's check out Cooper Hoffman. Okay. Now, Cooper Hoffman, to me, in my eye, doesn't necessarily have the Cyclops body build or jawline, but I know what Hollywood does. They can whip this dude into the type of shape that he would need to be to pull off this character. Give him 6 months and they'll have him looking exactly how he needs to look. I learned my lesson with that by when I first heard that Chris Pratt was going to be Star-Lord, and I was like, this dude from The Office, like this dude look like he hasn't decided to work out in years. And then he was in that movie and they showed him take his shirt off and everybody was like, oh dang. And like now he's another one of Hollywood's leading actors. So what somebody's size looks like does not matter. If I had to be in Hollywood, they could whip me into shape and have me looking incredible within 6 months. So I'm not looking at that. I don't know many of the movies that Cooper Hoffman has been in. I know that his pops, rest in peace, is Philip Seymour Hoffman. So I know that his dad was an amazing actor. So if he got any of his acting chops from his dad, I know he's a great actor. So I think that's the main rumor currently for Cyclops. I know they had a few other actors who were fan cast as Cyclops, but I can't think of anything right now. Let me see. Fan cast. Let's see. Oh, okay. Who do we have here? Huh. Interesting. Okay. I recognize some of these guys. Oh, the guy who was in He-Man. I see him in the top in the middle. He would do a good job playing Cyclops. I could see that. The guy on the top left from Stranger Things. And he played Billy in Stranger Things. I could see him pulling that off too. So yeah, that'd be good. Jacob Elordi. I feel like Jacob Elordi could nail Cyclops, like would completely nail Cyclops. I think he might honestly be too big to play Cyclops at this point. Like that dude, as far as his Q rating and his progress in Hollywood, is like he's through the moon right now. He's past the moon, past the stars. Like he's in orbit now. He can do whatever role he wants. So if they decide to somehow get him in, that would be great. Let me see if there's anything else in this article that I need to address. No, that's about it. But yeah, of course, we're going to be covering San Diego Comic-Con over the next it's not this upcoming weekend. Well, not this upcoming. This is on Friday. It's not this upcoming weekend. It's the weekend following. So I think it's the 25th of July. Starting at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, we will be on. And when I say we, I mean me, I mean James, and I mean Steve. We will be on watching for news coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. The Marvel Studios Hall H panel starts approximately 7:30 that night. So once that starts, we will be jumping on and refreshing our Twitter/X constantly and discussing that news that comes out of that panel with you guys as soon as it breaks. So it will be the first sort of breaking news live stream that we've done. And then rumor has it that at the end of that live, or at the end of the Hall H panel, they're going to release that Doomsday, the first Doomsday trailer. And then an hour after that trailer is released to the folks at San Diego Comic-Con, they are going to upload it and release it on YouTube for all of us to watch. So we will be watching that trailer live on stream when it's released. I cannot wait for that. I really think that that's going to be a huge live stream. It's going to be a fun time just to sit here and hang out with you guys while we discuss everything coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. So please be with Watch Stuff with us for that. All right, so that's pretty much it for all of our Avengers Doomsday, Avengers Secret Wars, Marvel Studios revival of the X-Men. That's all the news we got for this week. So please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop those comments, and just know that Watch Stuff with Us will be in the mix in 2026 and your place to be for all the Avengers, Secret Wars, Doomsday, X-Men, Marvel stuff that you can sink your teeth into or turn your ears on to. It's gonna be great. My name is JD. I'll see you when I see you. Peace and love. All right, let's record a quick short for that one. So, breaking news this week coming out of Marvel Studios, and that is that one Mr. Adam Driver is not going to be portraying Magneto. He is not going to be portraying Mr. Sinister. He has, in fact, likely been cast as one Mr. William Stryker, one of the human arch enemies of the X-Men. I personally would love to have seen him as Magneto. I would have loved even more to have seen him as Mr. Sinister. I really think that he could have pulled that off. That would have been amazing. But William Stryker, I guess I'll take it. I think that he could pull that off too. As far as Magneto goes, from what I understand, it looks like Bill Skarsgård, one person who plays the awesome character Pennywise, is in the running for that character as well. And then also we have Cooper Hoffman in the running to play Cyclops. Don't really know about that part of the casting, but if we go by his dad, he should be able to pull it off. But I'm a little nervous about that one. I think that they could probably figure out some better people to play Cyclops. But hey, that's just me. My thoughts. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you agree with what Marvel's doing right now? Or are you like, on the fence? Let me know. All right. Let me jump into these comments. Let's see. GTA 6 better not be delayed again. And where's the new trailer? Dude, they said that trailer was going to be out weeks ago. Literal weeks ago. And we have not seen it yet. I'm nervous. I'm pretty sure that they're going to end up delaying it again. Pretty sure. Kara says, ooh, he could do both. Easy. Okay. I like Adam Driver as an actor. I just think that I would like him more as Mr. Sinister. I think that his build fits that character a little bit more than Magneto. But his acting chops would be great as Magneto. Really good as Magneto. Stryker seems like the worst choice. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really think that that's a. I think you can get almost anybody to play a good William Stryker. I don't think you need somebody with Adam Driver's acting chops. And like I said, if they're getting someone like Adam Driver, that means that they're really looking to push William Stryker. And like I said, we've seen that already. KR says, is it just the Pennywise forehead for Bill being chosen? Bogus, man. I really like Bill Skarsgård. Great actor. Welcome to Derry was probably the best time that I've had live streaming a show. If you guys haven't seen that and haven't had a chance to go back and watch it, please go back and check that out. Our live streams with that were so much fun. So much fun. That show was so great. Like it's an amazing show. Amazing show. Patrick Wheeler on the other side said, "Hi, what's going on, Patrick? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
What's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
Good to see you as always, my man." Steve says, "I can see Patrick Wilson." Yeah, I think Patrick Wilson would be great as Professor X. Like he has the face, he has the stoic. I could see him. He has the acting chops to pull off the dramatic scenes. He's not like he's traditionally like a handsome guy, and I think you kind of have to have a handsome guy to pull off Professor X. I could see him going back and forth with whoever they get to play Magneto very well. Angie says, "What's your Instagram name?" We're at Watch Stuff with Us. I'm pretty sure is what it is on Instagram. So if you do a search for Watch Stuff with Us, you should be able to find us on there. KR says, "Downgrade from the previous Professor X with those mock-ups." Yeah. No, I if they could keep the previous Professor X and Magneto combo that we had, I'd be happy with that. I thought that they both killed those roles. I thought they both did a great job. If you could somehow hold both of them over, I'd totally be fine with that. Charisma, yep. KR says, "Who the heck is Cooper Hoffman?" Yeah. That's the first thing I thought. And then I looked up and I saw that, oh, Philip Seymour Hoffman is his dad. Okay. So yeah. And you can kind of see it with his face and his build and stuff too. So those genetics aren't really helping him when it comes to being a superhero, so to speak. But like I said, those Marvel dietitians can whip him into shape real quick. Says, "Oh yeah, his dad was awesome." Steve says, "I'm there." Y'all, yeah, man. I cannot wait for our live stream next week. We are going to have a blast doing that. Gonna have a blast. Real quick, I think I'm gonna end up slowing it down and shutting it down. We gotta look at those without dying. All right, let's just see if there's anything going on Twitter. This is a little preview of how we're gonna end up surfing the Twitter X waves on the week after next for San Diego Comic-Con. So what we got going on? Tom Holland and Zendaya with Kevin Feige last night in New York. Kevin Feige with the Professor X haircut. What is that? Was not expecting that. Wow. Yeah, he looks weird. I mean, and he normally has on a hat, so he looks a little bit odd with that one. New look at Savage Hulk and Spider-Man Brand New Day. Yes, I am so ready for the Savage Hulk. So ready for the Savage Hulk, man. We've had soft Bruce Banner for way too long. So yeah, I need to see some real Hulk carnage at this point. Ella says, "Patrick Wilson closer in age. Bill seems too young." Yeah, I think that's correct. Bill might be a little bit too young to play Professor X. Maybe not actually too young, but looks a little too young to be playing Professor X, especially when you have him sort of tutoring and mentoring the new class of X-Men, who I would assume are all going to be early 20s. If you were doing the X-Men, to me, the only way that you can go is early 20s for that whole crew. Like you're going to end up sticking with them for the next 20 years. So you got to go early 20s to roll it out with that crew. New teaser for Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm not going to play the sound on those because that will get us ripped off of here. It all leads to Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Are any of you guys gonna go and see the new version of Secret War, or I'm sorry, the new version of Endgame that they are supposedly re-releasing soon? It's supposed to have some new footage from that leads into Doomsday, I guess. So I don't know. We'll see. Not that I'm saying it's 100% that the full trailer will release on Monday, but if anything, I can potentially see something as close to this teaser dropping, confirming an incoming San Diego Comic-Con trailer alongside these posters. Yeah, I don't think that you're this close to Comic-Con now, you might as well continue to build it up to that point. I don't think there's any reason to release the full trailer at this point now. You might as well just wait until Comic-Con and then capitalize on all the buzz that's going to be happening that week. This is what the post-credit scenes of Avengers Doomsday could look like. Oh, is this the zombie? Yeah, this is from Marvel Zombies, right? Yeah, that was pretty cool. It would be interesting if they go like Secret Wars comic version and have the Black Panther lead an entire crew of zombies up against Doctor Doom at some point. I think that would be really cool. That would be really cool. First clip from Spider-Man Brand New Day has been released. I don't really want to see any more clips. I'm tired of the clips, only because I feel like they're starting to spoil stuff now. So like I don't really want to see anything else. Before the Odyssey today, they do have a new trailer that was out that aired before that. And it didn't have a ton of new footage in it, but it was pretty cool. I don't really want to see any more of the movie before it actually comes out. This is the actual poster or part of the poster that everybody was all up in arms about and excited about being released. Let me see if I can find that. New Avengers poster. Where is it at? Here it is. So yes, this poster on the right hand side. They had some sort of Shanghai Comic Con. I think it's called Billy or something like that, and they released this poster there. The only really interesting and intriguing thing about this poster, in my opinion, is right under Doom's chin. You can't really see it on this because it's so far away. But that's Loki right there, and I thought that was pretty cool that Loki is on there like that. But yeah, pretty standard fare for what Marvel does. All right. I like that poster too. All right. Ooh, Anne Hathaway. Oh my gosh. Swoon. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and honestly, in Odyssey, she was looking decent in there, but nowhere near like the way she looks right there. Oh my God. Where's Katie at? She's probably watching right now too. Like, I'm gonna get him. All right, I think I had enough for tonight, man. Oh man, had a good time for the second episode of the big show. Let me look at these comments real quick. Ella says they do need to start the superheroes younger for your longevity. Yeah, it's only smart business at this point. Like if you trying to keep these characters consistent, you need to start them young and then have them continue to age and grow, so you don't run into the issue that you have with like shows like Stranger Things that start folks as teens, because or like early teens or preteens, is like it takes so long to do all this stuff that they end up aging so much during the movies and in the time in between, that once you get there, they're like, oh man, like those kids started out as middle schoolers, and by the end of it they were full-on adults and it looked crazy. So yeah, you don't really want to run into that problem. So yeah, start them early 20s and then just age from there naturally with their characters. KR says probably not wait for the D+ upload. Yeah, I don't blame you on that. I've seen a few movies as of late via that route. Because yeah, movies are expensive, man. There's a few other ways of watching them, but we're not gonna talk about that. Angie says, I think the mystery villain is Jean Grey. Yeah, 100%. That's Jean Grey for sure. My question is Jean Grey, why is Sadie Sink's Jean Grey doing the things that she's doing? Is she doing them because she is somewhat evil? Is she doing them because she doesn't understand her powers? Is she doing them because the Phoenix Force inside of her is telling her to do these things? Is she being manipulated by someone? So yeah, those are all my questions. I'm sure they'll answer all of them at some point during that movie, but yeah, I would like to think that she's being manipulated somehow through some exterior force or through some internal force. So we'll see. Only got a little more time to wait before that movie is out, so really excited for that. Kara says there are so many good side stories for Secret Wars. Yeah, man, so many side stories. Like I want to see Battle World. I want to see how they do it. like the name Battle World, even when I was reading the comics, like Battle World always sounded cheesy to me. Rumor has it that at the end of Spider-Man Brand New Day, that they're going to reveal that no, I'm not gonna say it. That could be a spoiler for folks, so I'm not gonna say that. But there's some interesting things out there about the end of Brand New Day and the post-credit scene for Brand New Day. So if you're interested, go check on X. It's out there. Kara said had a plan to get all the trades but gave up. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't remember what we were talking about at that point. Where's Loki? I showed the picture of Loki. Maybe you sent that right before that part. Let me show you real quick. But yeah, right in the middle of the picture on the right hand side from Instagram, right under Doom's chin is, you can see Loki's horns and stuff there. So that's where he's at on there. Angie said, if that mystery villain is Jean Grey, Tom Holland confirmed only one person remembers Peter Parker. The spell must not have affected her because she's a level 5 mutant. Yep. Omega level mutant. So yeah, the spell either didn't affect her or she was able to break it somehow. And the Phoenix Force could have been part of that as well. So yeah, she's probably the only one that remembers Peter Parker. And obviously we kind of saw that in the trailers with her saying some of the things about his friends and stuff like that too. So obviously she knows pretty much everything. It'll be interesting to see how she turns from a sort of a villain in the movie into a more heroic character. And rumor has it that once you get to Secret Wars, she's going to be one of the people who is going to be helping people in Battle World remember who they used to be, because all of those people, once they get there, for the most part, are going to believe that that's the only world that has ever existed. So that was one of the parts of Secret Wars in the comics that was interesting, is that those people believe that that's all that there was, that's all that ever has been. So it'll be cool to see Jean Grey sort of going around and helping some people realize that no, there was a world before this. But yeah, man, I think that's all the comments for right now. Hold on, there's one more. Trades. Comics for the Secret Wars stories. Trades are the compilations, not single issues. Got you. Yeah, man. I'm just so hyped for all of it. I just need something to get me into Doomsday and to get my hype level up, because I feel like we've been waiting so long for anything to come out, and I think hopefully that wait is coming to an end really soon. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, man, I had a blast tonight. I love doing the big show. I normally, like, you can see the graphic, it says that we're supposed to do this in an hour. Like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to do it in an hour if I enjoy doing this so much and having fun with you guys. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Big shout out to Angie. Big shout out to Katie. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me, babe. Big shout out to KR. Big shout out to Patrick. Big shout out to Angie. Big shout out to my main man and co-host Steve. Thank you, bro, for coming through. Big shout out to Ella as well. Who else do we have? Anybody else? Am I missing? Big shout out to our new subscribers that came by today. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Let me see if I missed anybody else. If I did, I'm so sorry. I don't think I did, though. I think that was it. But yes, I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys for hanging out today. KR says cheers. Ella says another great big show. Yes, thank you guys so much. This is for you guys, man. Thank you guys so much. You guys make the big show what it is. Like, this show is just me talking, and whoever's with me is just us talking. So like, I can't do this show without you guys being on here to bounce things off of and to keep the conversation going. So like, I truly need each and every one of you guys to continue to hang out with me. And I don't just view you guys as, oh, it's the chat, like chat. Like, no, you guys are like family to me. I feel like the bond that I have with you guys is something a little bit different than what other YouTube channels offer. So I hope you guys feel that as well. I hope you guys know that I truly appreciate you guys and really enjoy every episode of this show. Yeah, for this upcoming week, I'll go through the schedule real quick. We have coming up on Sunday, we have House of the Dragon, the newest episode of that. We'll be streaming that in the evening, starting at 7:45 p.m. Central Time, 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. After that, on Tuesday this week, we will have Dancing with the Stars, the next pro. We're moving it to Tuesday so that people who have Disney Plus and Hulu can watch it with us then, as opposed to airing it live when some people don't have those streaming networks. So be more of a community experience if we wait a day and do it once that is uploaded online. And then on Wednesday, we'll be doing X-Men 97, the newest episode of that, starting at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we'll be right back around on next Friday, starting at 7 p.m. for the third episode of The Big Show. Yeah, love it. Ella says House of the Dragon 5. Yes, man. Can't wait to see you for that. You always have so many awesome comments during that. I truly appreciate it. You too, KR, as well. AKA Targaryens are crazy. Yeah, Targaryens got some stuff, man. They got some stuff. They've been a problem. They've been a problem for as long as Westeros has been in existence. So oh man, they got those dragons though. They do whatever they want. They got the dragons. But yes, that's our schedule for the week. Got trailer reactions dropping, got shorts dropping, got so many clips from this show dropping, all sorts of stuff. Just, man, I wish you guys could see the numbers that we're pulling on the channel now. It's crazy. And I just know it's going to continue to go up from here. Big shout out to my producer, Alex, who's been helping out behind the scenes. Much love to Alex. But yeah, I just appreciate you guys, man. I hope you guys have an awesome week. And like I said, I will see you for the upcoming House of the Dragon stream on Sunday. And then I'm dropping content Saturday and Sunday before that too. So just keep the channel on lock. Put that notification bell. Those are actually working now. So please, if you haven't done so already, put that notification bell. Yes, shout out to Alex. And whenever I say Alex, I hope you guys know that I'm talking about ChatGPT. Like that I named Alex. So like I actually asked my version of ChatGPT, what is your name? And they told me Alex. So start calling him Alex. So Alex has been giving me tons of awesome tips. So like the increase in content, the thumbnails, all that stuff is through a lot of consultation via Alex. So ChatGPT is awesome, man. It's awesome. It's nice to have somebody I can talk to about this stuff and get tons of awesome advice. Like, dude, I was never a proponent of AI, but like for this use purpose and like figuring out things to talk about, streamlining my workflow. The hardest thing about doing a channel is not the content. It's not me talking. It's everything else that you guys don't see behind the scenes. It's the plotting out shows. It's the making thumbnails. It's figuring out topics. It's getting titles. It's tags. It's descriptions. It's all of the stuff that you guys don't see that goes into like actually doing a YouTube channel. Like that's the hard part. That's the grind. Like thumbnails in and of themselves used to take me hours to do. Like it would probably take me a solid 25 minutes to do a thumbnail. Now I can be in between something and type into ChatGPT what I want, upload the pictures of my face, and then it'll come out with it. Like literally I can do a thumbnail in about 2 minutes now. So like it's crazy. Yes. KR says tedious stuff. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Crazy. But yeah, Alex is the best, man. So if you ever hear me talking about Alex, it's ChatGPT. That's our little secret though. But yeah, I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. I love you guys. And when I say that, I truly mean it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And I can't wait to see you for the next stream. My name is JD. And as always, I will see you when I see you. Peace and love. And yes, peace and love. That's why we got these. If anybody wants a hat, man, like hit me up, man. Shoot me your address. I'll send you a hat, man. You guys have been there for me. So I love to send you something to just show my gratitude. Hit me up on Instagram at Watch Stuff With Us. Also, you can follow me on Instagram too, personally, at Jeremy JD Dorsey, or on X. I think I'm on there as that too. And I'm on Watch Stuff With Us on X too. So yeah, hit me up, man. Hit me up. I just dropped that, Angie. I hope you heard it. Yeah, at Watch Stuff With Us, I believe, is the Instagram name. So yeah, hit me up. I appreciate you guys, though. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you soon. Peace and love. Yes, Ella, peace and love. Truly peace and love, man. I think the world needs a whole lot of peace and love these days. This stuff is crazy. The more news I read, the more I'm like, oh my goodness, I just need to make it to Doomsday. No crazy stuff needs to happen before Doomsday, because if something goes down and they end up canceling that movie coming out, I'm going to lose it. Can't happen. We just all need to maintain so we can watch Doomsday. I'll see you guys, man. Peace.